In 15 league games, 21 goals conceded. 21 goals conceded. And that's for a team that supposedly wants to go up. Start defending like it then. Absolutely disgusted. That's your response from the weekend. That's your response from Saturday to perform like that. Really, Sunderland, really. Absolute disgrace and insult to every single fan that travelled down there. And I'm not going to be ashamed to admit this. When it was 3-0, I left. I could tell that those players' heads had dropped, and I'm not watching that. And to every single person who stayed towards the end, fair play to every one of yous. Fair play to you. And if that makes me a fickle fan, I don't care. Call me whatever you want. But for me, I'm sorry. The questions have got to be asked. Questions have got to be asked for that. Whether I'm Lee Johnson in or out isn't really... for me, at the minute, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't particularly want this. I don't want the scenario every time we lose a couple of games to change the manager. But at the same time, you can't ignore we've been smashed in 3 of the last 5 league games. Oh, sorry, 4 of the last 6. Charlton, you could put down to a bad day at the office. But Portsmouth, okay, even if you take Portsmouth out of it, look at the last 2 games in isolation. We've conceded 8 goals. 8 goals. I won't go on about the clean sheet thing, everyone knows how I feel about that at this point. But at this point, show some basic fight. The first goal, to be fair to Sheff Wed, good finish. Far too much time to have the shot in the first place, but good finish nonetheless. Second one, atrociously defended from across, that again we didn't bother to stop. The third one happened at the other end. It looked like a deflection from where I was at, but I was at the very low end of the stand. And once that happened, I knew the game was over. Once that happened, I knew Sheff Wed were just basically going to have an easy game from there, because when you're 3-0 up, all you got to do is just basically coast through it and just manage the game, which any team in that situation would do. But again, like, it's just disgraceful. It's just disgraceful, and the fact is now, we can't ignore, we've lost 3 league games in a row now. For the 2nd season running, and obviously if you look at the end of last season with Lee Johnson, we lost 3 games in a row there, I think. Was it 3 that... I think we won something like 1 of the last 9 or whatever it was. And in October, and at the start of November, we've lost 4 of the last 6, and 3 of them we've been spanked in. You can't ignore that. Whether you're Lee Johnson or out, that cannot be ignored. It's fair, legitimate questions have to be asked, and I know I go on about this all the time, so I won't bore people about it too much, but these players have got to really look at themselves in the mirror and say, did they actually give everything? Did they give every single ounce of blood, sweat and tears they possibly could for those travelling fans that pay their wages, I might add? I'm sick of going on about this. I'm sick of saying, we need to respond. Well, how about you don't go 2-0 down or 1-0 down then? Maybe start trying to do your jobs defensively. And going forward, we'll look toothless as well. We had a goal that disallowed that maybe was controversial. I don't know, I have to watch it back. But either way, it's not the point. Keep clean sheets, and you might actually give yourself a chance of winning games. I love you and leave you there. I'm starting to get apathetic here. This should not be creeping in, and especially not in League One. Like, comment and subscribe if you wish to, as always. Thanks ever so much for the support. To every single person who came up to me tonight. Incredibly humbling experience. Loved every one of you who did that. Makes us feel like I'm doing something half okay or not rubbish. Take care, and to everyone who travels, safe journey home, and stay safe in general to everyone watching.